guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Just realized I didn't got a microphone on. First of all, thank you guys for. I feel so much better. You know, if I would have known all the blessing can make me feel better, I would have asked for help earlier. But anyway, glad to be online again. But you know, I want to talk about a topic that's I personally find interesting. But anyway, before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about I may be a good psychic, but I'm definitely not a good medium. And then I'm going to explain why. This topic actually came a while back. A friend was telling me like, oh, I'm maybe a really good psychic, but I'm definitely not a good medium. And then I say, no, I don't think I am. And then she laughed, right? Because she say, I never care to, like, everybody who come to me seeking for medium, like, you know, speak for death. They're seeking for validation. Validation, a little thing like private or things like make them know is special, that connect them. She said that I never seem to care to give that kind of information. But what people did not know is I really did not care if they believe me or not. Because I say, yeah, whether they believe or not doesn't matter. I know I did my best job to translate whatever I can say. But I do not care to validate what they want. Like, you know how people come to psychic and then they want that little validation, right? So here I'm going to explain why. As I mentioned before, psychic is just the people who can see something that physical eyes cannot see. That is who I am. When I have the skill, especially for the things that I can see, I feel, you know, it's like a play-them for me. Whether you believe or not, it's like a play-them for me. Not so much at the beginning, but now I realize I have a way to figure out things for people, right? To see, discover things that people don't usually see with their physical eyes, right? While the other hand, I also mentioned medium. Medium only see, not necessarily ghosts. Medium are someone who is willing to become a translator between two worlds. So that is, if a good medium, that is, that were limited in, you know, translate what the dead people want to say or the fairy gonna say or things like that. The person who is interested in become a translating role, then they will call medium, right? For me, that's just a little part of what I see. If I waste all my energy on that, too wasteful, right? Because I got so much more to discover. So now I'm gonna explain why medium. I have a certain way, like I am definitely not a medium. Why? Because I always tell those spirits to stay 1 meter away from me. And I'm gonna explain why to you guys. In you guys' perception, as I say, you know, we're much influenced by Hollywood. We just did not know that. In you guys' perception, you think medium is basically someone, the ghost, right? Tell you something, blah, 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 and then I medium say blah, 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 blah. You know, in you guys' perception, you think medium basically just copy whatever the word the ghost say to you, right? Here I'm gonna tell you, if you guys got any idea, ghosts don't have a form to perform, to create sound, in case you don't know. Sound is coming from vibration, right? It's by creating certain voice. Come on, let's be scientific here. In order to create sound, you have to come up with some kind of vibration. That vibration then get into the ear, hear the eardrum, then you hear a certain sound, right? Okay, ghosts don't do that. Very simple. Ghosts don't have a body for that. So you may be wondering why, how, or whatever, how the medium out there are able to hear. The thing is, they don't. They're not so much hearing as what you think they hear. Like a word coming, like I'm talking to you right now and you can hear me. That's not happening in the ghost world. So however spirit communicate each other, as I say, if you understand we all existence of spirits are vibration, that means we are a frequency, we are a vibration. The way one spirit communicate with another spirit is by deposit a thought of frequency. In that frequency, any medium, I'm not calling myself psychic here, called medium, any medium receive that thought. that thought will right away become their own words, right? So that's what I say. Being a medium or psychic got a lot to do with their background, right? But I know when it comes to my time, like Ruowen is more awake, I'm definitely not a good translator. Does that make sense to you? So what I do is, if I really want to do a medium job, I did it in the morning when I got low blood pressure, right? I'm not fully awake, so I'm not so judgmental, right? So what I did is, what happened is when a spirit deposits a thought into you, as a medium, we feel that. That's why you will see a lot of medium does this. They space out or they feeling it. What happened they do is they try to feel that thought. That thought then becomes some kind of language in their head, right? Or even that sensation become a head. So what happened is, a lot of time, medium would take that and then they might be able to translate to you, right? But what it may or may not notice, it depends on how good that medium is by depositing that thought, they also experience of being, got a little taste of being them. Because in order to translate properly what they want to say, they have to know where they come from. You know what I mean? I mean, if they are the person of the negative ball, I will have to have a taste of it, right? If they are positive energy, I will have to have a taste of it. Because in order for me to be able to translate what it is, or what it is that they truly want to say, I had to be them. Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, when they deposit a thought, if I just speaking solely from Ruowen, it may not be whatever that accurate, right? But if I wanna speak as them, I will have a taste of them. That's really what medium really do. They don't really just hear people say, hey, just tell them that A, B, C, D, E. No, they actually have to have a taste of them so they can translate that thought properly. So that's why you will see a lot of medium, they seem to be spaced out and really feeling it, right? They try to juggle and feel how they can say that word properly to you, which is the person who come to you. Okay, now I'm going to explain why I don't like to be medium. When I have no control of my skill, that means those spirits will always come to me, always bring their tons of story. As I say, right, we human, when we're alive, we have tons of story. When we become ghosts, that story never go away. Like, I hate you, you hate me, they did this to me, so I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is a big package of negative ball, I'm telling you. So, at the beginning, when I have no control, and then they come so close to me, right? What I did is I will have a normal conversation with you, and all of a sudden I will break down crying, right? And people thought something's wrong with me. All of a sudden I will feel, violent even, or sometimes I will feel, because I'm so impacted, because I try to translate properly, right? So therefore I'm very influenced by whoever tried to give me the message. So after I can control, after I realize I got some control of them, I start to tell them stay a little bit away from me. That means try to stay a little bit away. You can tell me what you want to say. You can deposit that feeling. I can have a taste of it, but I'm not going to feel the whole taste of it. You know what I mean? Like if you know some food tastes so bad, you will just have a taste. You're not gonna have a big taste of it. Eventually, between all the cases I work space that's called 1 meter. If they stay 1 meter away from me, I'm all good, right? I can feel the deposit of your thought, but I don't have to feel you. Does that make sense to you? Okay, that is only being medium. That is, if I determine to become a good medium, then I may just spend my time doing that, right? But I didn't. Because what I did start to realize later on is there a lot of time, the reason things happen for a reason, right? Why they die, how they die, or a lot of time, the story that's in their head that tie very closely to their past life. You know what I mean? There is karma in place. As I got discovered, that's what I tell you. I often in the position, the more I know, then I realize how little I know, right? So it come to a point I start to realize it's really, I start to realize story doesn't matter. Does that make sense to you guys? Because there's a lot of elements, there's a lot of things that fit in, like why things happen the way it is. So to say that, to translate things, to tell them how angry they are, to tell them how, to tell the people who is alive, whatever they are, it really makes no sense, really. I mean, if you understand in the broader scale that things I see, it really does not make any sense. So therefore, I start creating a filter system. That filter system is, okay, cut through the crap. Tell me the main point. After bam, 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 what's the key point we want to talk? I have time OCD, right? With my client, I don't want to waste my time. Whether I tell you right now you understand at this moment or not, I know eventually you will get it, right? So I want to get to that point. Because as my friends always laugh at me, I have no interest to see my client again. I want to maximize the information I can get within this time and then give it to them. Maybe they can digest it later, not now or not, I don't care, but maybe they can digest it later, right? So I would tend to cut through the story of they nagging, oh, nobody loved me, blah, blah. I'll say, blah, 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 blah. Okay, come on, cut it through. Tell me the key point. What is the key point? What it is in the deep down that you really want to say, then I would say that, right? Because this is through years of practice, so I tend to filter it out. The same thing as you will see how I work with my client too. If I don't filter this out and I buy into your story, I will never find a solution for you. That is same thing to them, right? And also what I realize is for a lot of, really, people die for a reason. A lot of time for the living people come to a psychic and asking them what the dead one want to say or anything they want to know. It's really not so much for the dead people, really. That's cut through the crap. It's for those people who is still living. They want to find a closure for themselves. You know what I mean? So what you do want to find a medium for is not what that special moment, how you can validate is them. What you really come to a psychic for is you want to find a valid closure for yourself for whatever you did or you did not do, right? You want to be able to feel like closure for yourself. So really, does it matter what I tell you about like precious moment you guys spent together? Not so much. If you understand your own intention, as I say, if you really understand your own intention, you will know the reason you come to me is really you want to find that closure. That closure, be honest with you, you don't need to find a psychic to find it. If you look within yourself, you will always find it. How I know? Because I sing in not dead people. People die for a reason. People say things or did not say things before they die for a reason. You know what I mean? It's that closure. It's that sense of loss. It's that feeling that you are supposed to dig inside and work within yourself and find a peace within yourself. That you don't need a psychic to do. That you can do it to yourself. So anyway, here again, I would say I may be a very good psychic, but I'm definitely not a medium, because medium is the one who is interesting to be a translating position and translating according to you guys' definition precisely. I cut through all the story because I'm not interested in their story when they are alive or when they are dead. I'm not interested in the story. I only want the core foundation. And you will know because my friend will say, but the core seems very general. And here I'm going to explain why. You and me may be very different people. You and me may live in very different story every day. But really, when you peel out the story, when you peel out everything, you will realize the core foundation of us as a soul is very similar. And it's very general because we as a soul exist just the same way. We care for humanity. We care for respect. We care to be loved, right? How you do it, the story holding on that I'm not good enough, nobody love me, really. That is just story, right? So I ignore that when they are being a ghost. I ignore that when you are human as well. So here, explain why I'm a good psychic, but not a good medium. So if you're interested, looking for medium to help you find that closure within yourself, go find someone else. because I believe they will do better job than I do, because they probably don't see past life like I do. They probably don't see karma like I did as well. So anyway, I hope that give you guys a little bit idea who I am. And again, thank you guys for all the blessing. I do feel so much better. Seriously, that just made me learn one thing. When people get ill, bless them. Don't worry about them, because when that wave come in, oh my goodness, it's way better than the cold medicine I've been taking, drugging myself for the past couple of days. So again, if you like what I'm doing, always join me live on Periscope, or go to my Facebook or my subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. Till then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.